Meowdy, this is the Hat Mouse, and if I could borrow a moment of your time, we have a unboxing video today. As you guys know, the Invincible Season 4 aired around the same time as a Kickstarter for the Invincible RPG. And today, we will be opening a box that they sent me with the Kickstarter proceeds. Give me 1 second. As you can see, we blacked out all the important information. Let's see. I already pre-cut the ends here to make it easy open, as I'm recording with one hand. Let's see what they got packed in here for us. Alright. 1 second. Okay, that's literally just paper. Perfect. I chose the Invincible patch because I am not a space Nazi. It's very important that I get this on my backpack as soon as possible to hide my identity from the Votramites. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Oh, plastic. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. That didn't take too long. Okay, it's upside down. There we go. First thing we got here is, looks like the alt cover for the first Invincible issue. Yep. Image July 1st. The Invincible logo. Let me pull it out of the bag and board and see what we're working with. Oh, the collector's value. Listen, as long as I keep it nice. Honestly, unopened stuff shows me that you're not a real fan. It doesn't at least... You gotta crack the first binding. That's the whole point of even owning books. Or buying brand new things. You gotta be the first one to open it. Okay. So we got the Invincible. Yeah, it's the very first issue of the comic with the alt cover for the Kickstarter. Perfect. Alright, what else do we have in here? Get that back in its board and bag. There we go. Close that. Alright. We have the alt cover, end of season 1 spoiler cover for the book. And this is the actual rule book here. I'm probably gonna leave it in its cover in its shrink wrap for now. I'll open it the first time I want to read through it. And the second thing we have in here, fourth thing we have in here is the starter set. It probably has some pre-gen heroes. Looks like the big names. It has some maps, some standees. Some looks like ability cards to make sure that you're still keeping order right. They do initiative a little bit differently. You draw a card from the deck, that's still highest to lowest. I got the quick start rule book and the adventure booklet. Some turn order cards to keep you working there, and the brief blurb that's always on the back with the timer. 2 hours for a playtest is perfect for like a Comic-Con or whatever, and then you can make some of the side characters that may not be in here, like say Bulletproof or Brit. Maybe go a little bit different and go Kid Thor and that squad from the prison scene. But yeah, you can just take this to a convention, run a one-shot, or just introduce your friends with it. And then if they like it, that's when you take them to the bloody cover. And you show them that the game is just as gritty as the TV show. Well, it looks like that's all we got today. Actually, I've decided I'm going to open this starter set. I'm still going to leave the book in the shrink wrap. Actually, it's a little bit disturbing to look the more I look at it. It's like a bright red for you guys, but it's like dried blood on my end. God, just take a look right there. Okay. Let's see. I got this little it's like a Gerber sized knife, but it's like the Gerber small pocket knives. But it's by Lansky, and it's been too dull to use for anything else, so I use it to open boxes at the desk now. Open letters, that sort of thing. Okay. Da 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 da. Let's see. There's a really good playlist on, actually a few of them on Spotify for Invincible games. One is like a full Klaxon Invasion playlist. It takes the 2 or 3 songs we've heard during the Klaxon Invasion and then adds a few more from that band, from other bands with similar sounds. It ends up making quite a good system, or a good game. Okay, so this. The 6s are replaced with the Invincible system, or symbol. The 1 is replaced with the Votamite emblem. Gives you enough to pass around the table. Each player will be rolling between 3 and 6 of these at a time. Higher level or higher tier play characters can be seen rolling all of these and then some. We got the initiative cards, all the cards here. Give me 1 second. Yeah. What are they doing? Are they using the knife on the cards? Yes. But not on the cards. I'm going across the top in the corner where the plastic is a little thicker. I found it's better than using your teeth to try to open the what did I used to call it? It's the cigarette wrap that's on all these playing cards. The stamp back wrap. Yeah, no, the stamp back that you learned about in your civics class or whatever. We still do it. It's on playing cards. It's on it's on cigarettes. A couple other things. But yeah, we have the initiative cards 1 through 10. Don't worry about all the cables. Just work on some things in the background. We got the scene cards for. We have them for Bulletproof, Adam Eve, Explode, Monster Girl, and Robot. And has a little bit of information on the other side. Got for Act 1 of the insert. Then we also have Social Scene Act 2 cards. Essentially every act is supposed to... Free candy. No. Every scene is supposed to have a social scene, or every act is supposed to have a social scene. So that's what those are for. Got a Free League game book. It shows all their different things, what they have released for it, or what they recommend you buy for each system, each IP. Well, yeah. It is Free League, so they're the game that currently has the Year Zero engine, doing Mutant Year Zero. Let's see what's all in here. Alien, Blade Runner. No, just all their fun stuff. Lord of the Rings, Dragonbane, Coriolis, Phazon, Symbaroum, Invincible, what we're looking at today. Outgunned, they also have their own superhero setting, but they also have an Indiana Jones and just a spy thriller as well. Electric State, I actually looked at that a while ago. I didn't end up being able to back it, but I'm glad to see that it at least is now a product they offer. Tales from the Loop, Twilight 2000, Walking Dead, Forbidden Lands, Year Zero. And Morkborg with all the little sideboards that they've done for it. Alright, we got the standee plates. For those of you who don't know, standees are minis, but they're made out of 2D cardboard. One side will be It's either the same image on both sides or there's a front back image. It's very useful for determining like sneak attacks or backstabs because you can see where the menu's facing. But it's better than tokens in that regard, and it's not as expensive as minis. Honestly, for like budget tabletop play that still wants a map, I recommend standees. We'll take a look at them here in a second. Read me first, getting started, future adventures. Yeah, it says you can find extra things on the website. These are the top backers. There was a backer tier that guaranteed a spot here, and then they just made sure they had enough to fill the page. This is the quick start rules. It just doesn't really have a character sheet. It has art from the comics mostly. It goes over rounds, initiative, how the game works, damage. That's a grizzly on the alien image. Finally, a worthy opponent type of stuff right there. Next, we're looking at Metro Mayhem. Back more comic art. I like that how they use the comic art but they use the movie's logo. And some of the like lore and stuff in here are from the movie changes in the main book. But yeah, no, it's a lot of good stuff. You essentially here you stop the Mauler twins from doing Mauler shenanigans. And then once that's done, yeah, you move on to your next adventure. You can use there's the rules reference cards. Very important to keep handy first few times you play. You can play as the, one second. Things are kind of getting stuck in the box. They're form fitted to the box, which is great and not great. Things don't rattle around too much and get damaged, but it's harder to get out, which can cause its own damage. You can play as Samantha Zandale. That's a weird name, but Bulletproof, Monster Girl, Rex, Robot, Art Grayson, and yeah, they have the whole power backstory. Backside is the statistics side of the character sheet. You got a map. Looks like it's a pretty decent sized map. It's bigger than my kitchen table. I'd have to put the eaves in, but it looks like it's a whole dock on one side. Yeah, it's one of those classic, one side's a whole map, the other side is two half maps. So, let's see if I can get this for you guys. There's the, like, whole map, the city, the dock over there in the corner. The interiors of some areas, it looks like. Okay, and then on the other side, when you fold it in half, we have like a very fancy, rich, open loft apartment type thing. And then if we flip it the other way, we have the garage where the Maulers are doing their experiment. All right. That's the map. And then we have... Okay. So, we have tokens. We have bystanders. Looks like maybe... Yeah, no, all bystanders. Then we have rubble. I think these are your reaction tokens. You flip them after you use your reaction. Fire. Fire is a very important thing. I love using fire. There was a whole game where I burned down half of Denver in the 70s because it was important to subvert from the actual plot, and then it just got out of the actual motive of the villain, and then it got out of hand. Ended up being a much bigger fire than anyone intended. Backside, spent initiative. I don't know if that's any different. Fire's the same, but then these are the same tokens as the bystanders. So if you don't save them, you squish them. Alright, gonna try to cover up the spoiler stuff. But here is all the characters you come in contact with, even some extras. Like, yeah, there's Titan, Monster Girl, couple thugs, the Maulers, yeah, so on and so forth. Some of the more important reused villains. There's Kid Thor. Didn't know he was in here, so that's actually like a fun little surprise. Is the girl with the boxing gloves. I don't see the third person who helped them out at the prison, but that's okay. Got some sentry guns, some bots, GDC agents, and then some of the monsters that you fight. Not going to spoil those for you. And the backside are backside tokens. Cover those again. See, those are the backside of the heroes, so that you can actually, do sneak attacks. All right. Well, it's been a pleasure going over the Invincible RPG with the new Invincible dice and the Year Zero engine and the bloody Worst Father's Day Ever cover and the shiny new emblem. Can't wait to get this dirtied up, but not like that. Okay. I will see you guys next episode of What Did Mouse Dig Up This Time? And we'll catch you later.